Greetings everyone, Agion here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawned on the south side as the OKW player of Tiitendachs. Spawned on the north side as the UKF player, we have Latch. Both players have not locked in a doctrine just yet, so either of them choosing. I don't see Lend-Lease being super great against his current matchup. You generally want to go with the Mortar against Austere. Commander Regiment? Potentially, but... If there's a fast looks or a flag half track, probably special weapons. Either way, it could go. This game could go up for any of those doctrines. For the OKW player, we have the Scavenge Doctrine, which is always reliable. Fortifications, potentially, but unlikely. And Luftwaffe. I'm guessing it's going to be either Luftwaffe or Scavenge. Both players capturing up. Looks like red is heading towards the fuel. Blue is heading towards the central VP. Huh. Wasn't there used to be a Rune tank here, or was that just a snow map variant? I could have sworn there was a Rune tank there before, but I could be mistaken, or somehow the map changed from the last time I last seen this map. It's probably the snow map. So I want to check over on my OBS, see if there's any drop frames. It just looks a little bit stuttery for some odd reason. Only a couple drop frames, not a whole lot. So it shouldn't be too bad. The OKW player is heading towards cutoff point. We'll go ahead and decapture it. Intersection is behind this heavy cover here, so that's a good position. Needs to retarget probably to the Sturm Pioneers, but they're going to get way outgunned. We've got this reinforcing squad, which can get some good flanking shots on the Volksgrenadier, but now he should retarget towards the Sturm Pioneers. Does get another good model drop right there, trying to force them back first. But the Sturm Pioneer is a higher threat squad. Rolling a lot of misses. The Sturm Pioneers will force them back. Vickers, however, is out. We'll go ahead and suppress the squad, no problem. And does decapture the VP. Over here, we got the Kubelwagen capture the fuel, and probably going to be eye for these unsecured points. Volksgrenadiers trying to decapture the fuel. He will decapture the fuel time. He should retreat now. Unlikely to look at the squad wipe, plus there's a squad here ready for defense. He needs to get behind the heavy cover and start engaging at long range. This guy's being reinforced. This guy is over here. The other Vickers has not repositioned. Over in this house would be a great spot for it. A stone house, very sturdy. Probably has more durability than this, a broken two-story wooden house. Another Vickers coming in now, eyeing for a large number of suppression, so a good counter will either be the Stugas of Fus or Lag. Some indirect fire to engage these MGs. To me, this just sort of smells like Tank Hunter tactics as well, because these Tank Hunter infantry sections can fight decently well versus other infantry squads, as well as able to engage vehicles, of course. Kubelwagen capturing up this point over here. The light cover here won't provide a whole lot of protection to these infantry sections. All four rifles are firing. It may not look like it, what this big hay bale is, but all of them are firing, getting some good damages. Trying to stop the capture now, but eyeing for back for the light cover once again. And the Kubelwagen is going to try to escape on out there. We do got these reinforcing squad, Sturm Pioneers plus Volksgrenadier. This squad needs to withdraw. He's trying to get the kill on it, but he's in danger of getting wiped himself. Does kill it off. Sturm Pioneers, nice body block with the Volksgrenadier, and there goes the infantry section, no problem. That's probably a good trade, and plus he gets some free salvage from it. What is that? 5 fuel. Yep. Do got a lag coming out onto the field. He knows about one Vickers, but I don't know if he knows about the other Vickers just yet. Both the Vickers are pretty defensive.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Problem is with going for HMGs, another problem with Austere has, HMGs just sort of forces more of a slower defensive playstyle. And in these early engagements, you want more mobile forces in order to respond to pushes and aggression. Another group of sandbags is being on build. This squad will go ahead and secure up that standard point. Still no push forward with these Vickers. I want to would reposition one Vickers over here just to make sure the fuel and the VP doesn't get decaptured. Put it right around here, be able to cover this arc quite well, and push this one over to this neutral building. But it's actually occupied at the moment. Though there's only one window on each side. It's not a very good defensive building. Here we got the lag. First shot up, and we'll roll a large miss. You got an AEC being built, but there's not any vehicle targets for the engage. It's going to be using whatever pitiful anti-infantry damage can contribute. Once you see the AEC, he's not going. The OKW player is definitely not going to go for any sort of vehicle. Does throw a flare there. He could, a first salvo could potentially destroy this building entirely. The AEC, he saw the lag, so he probably should cancel the AEC, knowing he's far away on manpower for any sort of vehicle. And the flak half track, 6-pounder is just more than plenty for that.
Heavy armored car ready.
That building does entirely goes down. We do got this intersection now being chased by the Stone Pioneers a little bit, and we do have the AEC out. We don't have any sort of medics other than the 2 squads of medics. Looks like there will be a Faust. No, we don't see a Faust. The AEC is constantly hitting this stone wall here, rolling miss after miss. He needs to make sure to get the flanking shots. His Vickers has redeployed, eyeing to resecure that VP. Some of the stone wall is starting to go down. And some good hits there by the MGs of the AEC. The lag can penetrate the AEC quite easily, so that was actually a lucky bounce. Splash damage bit of the AEC. Incendiary grenade does come out on the Vickers. Spot it when it was repositioning. And overall, some good gameplay by the OKW player. The AEC's coming to respond. Have to make sure it doesn't get too close. He does have a Royal Engineer, which it just built a mine. In fact, he could actually stand here, take a Faust, let his opponent burn some munitions. The fuel point is being decaptured by the OKW player. And lag is actually captured at this point. He does see it because it's in the vision radius of the standard point. Oops. Oh, I should put that to invisible. I thought I had those notifications turned off. Do got a Vikenwerfer and lag set up. The Vikenwerfer would be a great option in order to gauge this AEC. We do have a sniper coming on out for the UKF player, trying to inflict some manpower bleed. He's been lacking a bit of fuel, but now actually going a bit more on the aggression, able to decap this fuel point. Probably won't be able to capture it. The Stone Pioneers will easily ward them away, while the Volksgrenadiers are taking the damage. And we do have an MG-34 being built.
Losing a capture point.
Great hit by the lag. You probably should withdraw the squad now. Use its own mechs just to get it healed up. Doesn't drop another model, which is good. Good on saving some manpower. We got the sniper engaging. Does look like apparently pick off one of those models. And more of the stone walls are actually starting to be cleaned up by the AEC. Where's the... Oh, there's the Mechanowurfer. I was wondering, should be a Mechanowurfer engaging soon. Do we see 5-man squads anytime soon? It would be great to support its composition. Just general power and durability buff. Sniper will get on out there. He probably does have brief vision of it. The AEC does get a good shot there. And the Vickers, he's going to run straight into the Vickers arc. Nope, he's just outside the radius. MG34 is out. Is starting to suppress the squad. This Volksgrenadier will be forced to retreat, unable to capitalize on the suppressed squad. But the Sturm Pioneers here are in a great position. They could run forward, throw a stun grenade, and force him back. Though the sniper is doing some great work, he needed this unit in order to get back in the game. Some good hits there. Does destroy that bit of cover for the AC as well. The AC's been doing a lot of work to remove the cover. Does throw out a marker flare, and probably should withdraw with the squad. There's a lot of squads here. Will sustain some MG fire. Probably will drop a model if he doesn't. Can be a bit problematic if he doesn't have any medics for him. The marker flare is pretty accurate. The barrage will land pretty close to this general area. It's basically a prolonged incendiary grenade as a good comparison. Sniper's making good usage of this building for cover away from the MG34. So he may get a bit of area suppression. It's going to try... Nope. The Volksgrenadier eyeing to run down the sniper. Does escape on out of there. And now the Volksgrenadiers will be engaging the AEC. Yep. And looks like there was a shoe mine there. There's multiple shoe mines in the area. Mechanowurfer does get inside this building. Oh, he actually lost that unit. Oh, another landmine. All those shoe mines. Ooh. AEC has received one shot. We do have Doctrine lock-in of the Scavenge Doctrine. And we do also have Ostwind. Oh, the Ostwind's all the way up here. Only the AEC here is defense, and the Ostwind can handle the AEC, especially a low health one. Sporadic damage, not a whole lot.
The capture point is being overrun.
Could kill off that base MG. Sniper still picking away, trying to hit that Mechanowurfer. And we have the Royal Engineers over here. He's wanting to use a minesweeper to find these mines, but he does get forced away by the Volksgrenadier and the Ostwind. The AC has not been repaired as well, so the Royal Engineers should try repairing the AC to help engage this Ostwind. He needs a 6-pounder, which he does have one. Let's get a nice penetrating hit there. We'll take another, like, 4 more hits right now after those 2 pens. A good hit right there. You're using the tread breakers. Now should be immobilized. He will most likely lose his Vickers. We do got the Mechanowurfer setting on up, using smoke, trying to force fire the ground. Does get a penetrating hit there. I think he's 1 shot away from death from the AEC. The 6-pounder can easily take it out in 1 shot. Great positioning and maneuver with the AEC, getting some good penetrating hits. Incendiary grenade does come out, as well as a lag hit, and will probably force the squad back. So unable able to get the crew member of the... So I was unable to get another shot. I say crew member, I mean the loader or the gunner. There's some more base already coming on in. Over here. Those have destroyed all the sandbags for that one. I think that flare came from the sniper. Yeah, it's on cooldown, but that shares a global cooldown. The sniper needs to withdraw entirely. Cromwell coming on out. That is something he needs used against this Oswin. The OKW player can either go for Panzer IV as the next item, or for Jagdpanzer. Both would be fill his role for AT in order to gauge the Cromwell. He does have the Kenwerfer, but that's more of a item to ward away something than rather to go in and kill something. Intersection just seeing more and more hits. The lack of medics being very problematic. This squad could easily go down. It does not. Here the Cromwell is now out. Tank commander has not been upgraded just yet. Whatever was causing those frames to drop has apparently subsided. Haven't had any frames drops recently. And now we've got the Cromwell going in very, very aggressively. No shoe mines over here. He should be quite worried because he's dealt with a lot of shoe mines over there. The Kenwerfer's going to set on up. He's going to try to get the Panzerfaust hit right after the Kenwerfer, but does not. Throws out smoke right there. Very nice. And it looks like the sniper's now finally being healed, but it will take quite some time for it to get healed. The Royal Engineers needed help as well, apparently. We got doctrinal lock-in of the Commando Regiment. First squad of commandos is dropping on in, or lighting on in. It's not flying, it's falling with style. 6-pounder will get a good shot off. AEC will get a good shot off as well. Actually going for the Treadbreaker. Does slow it down. There's the immobile. To multiple good hits. One more AEC and one 6-pounder shot. 6-pounder killed. Excellent usage of the Treadbreaker. The Treadbreaker feels like it's only really good against these lighter armed vehicles. The Oswin only has 80 armor, if I remember correctly, while in comparison the Centaur has a actually quite good 160. Ooh. Sniper will manage to get on out. We do got this guy. Cromwell's going in for some crushes. Does great cannon shot. Let's get two more models of the cannon shot. Then the Kenwerfer rolls a miss. And two squad wipes. When he really shouldn't have had that happen. The first one was a bit more unsustainable with that cannon shot, but the second one, that was a bit of a failure on the OKW player's fault. Oh, the commandos were dropped right there. Uses stealth, trying to keep out of the eyes of the MG34. Sort of surprised the commandos actually stealth right there. I wonder if there's a bit of a desync. Maybe the sandbags are actually right here. That's the last Volksgrenadier squad, and the Cromwell's hungry for some German blood. Does roll a couple misses into the tractor side. Commando's going to just stay here and stealth. I forget, does the Minesweepers actually improve detection range? I know it helps with detecting mines and all that. Oh, we got mortar cover coming in. Smoke. And white phosphor rounds coming on in. And I think the impacts could potentially kill that Stone Pioneer squad. Oh, getting a bit into his own white phosphorus, but does force him back. We do got some regular mortars and then some regular smoke coming on in. But he needs to withdraw. The Sure Panzer Quarters has its spot. And he's going to need some medics. This squad isn't prone to getting wiped by the Panther. The MGs will rip them apart because they only have 1 health left each. Actually, white phosphorus can leave a unit left with 0 health. Note that. So even getting hit by a smoke round could potentially kill them. We have a second Cromwell on the build queue. Panther has been spotted. Rolls a bounce. AEC's going to now respond. Sniper does get the locked turret. Actually, if the Panther would have not have moved, it probably would have been in a better position. Nice shoe mine right there. You just need to keep the Panther focused on the AEC, and the Mechanical needs to reposition and engage the Cromwell. And finds the other landmine. Good landmines. AEC's coming on in, but oh, with AC, no, bounces and then smokes. Force fire to the ground. Nope, it's going to go out of the smoke.
The enemy hit our armor rather badly. Damned enemies.
We got a squad of Obsidatsen out on the field. Obsidatsen are a good unit to replenish your forces after losing multiple Volk squads. And he's going to go ahead and eventually kill this horse glider.
This upgrade's very nice. So, all reinforcements received. Annoying buggers! Fire from our HMG!
This second Cromwell, in theory, was a good idea, having two Cromwells in AC, more than planning to take on a Panther, but now a Firefly may be his best item to replace it with. He needs a regular medic squad, but too bad they're just too unreliable and buggy. It's starting to heal them up now with the infantry section. No way he can send them into combat. Smoke rounds coming in by the like, very nice. And ooh, this LMG will rip apart these intersection, no problem. Panther coming on in. Good hits.
A capture point is being overrun.
That house may have saved another good hit on the Volksgrenadier. It's at a low enough angle where... Ooh, that was a good hit. Commando's not at full health, but they are good enough. They need Vet 1 in order to get the smoke grenade. And he has to be careful of his own base howitzers. They're still firing a couple more shots and does pretty good friendly fire damage. Sniper, however, is still still alive, pitching some damage into the MG34. Though this that's a good hit. They just got healed up, and now they're back at low health. Sniper's under fire from the Panther, does jam turret, needs withdrawal. The Commandos may have been left out to dry. Pinned, and does retreat them in time. 6-pounder does get a nice good hit. Cromwell eyeing for a good flank shot, but will run straight into the cannon with her, but rolls a miss, but does get another good hit. Looks like the Commando does in fact go down by the Oberstvatsen. And the Cromwell does make it out in time. Bundle grenade does come out, does retreat, however. This Vickers still pretty defensive. Could try pushing it forward a little bit. Panzer IV now coming to hunt the Cromwell. He does have access. He does actually have a sprint activated on the 6-pounder. But doesn't actually get off a shot. He saw that knockdown there. Does call. He has a tank. Nope, that was the scavenger artillery, not tank commander. The scavenger artillery does have a pretty good radius. The Panzer IV, one more shot. Going brave the artillery storm. And that's a double pen. Panther coming on in, but it has a severely damaged wound engine. That is a huge blunder. This could be a volley. Double pen does use a line of sight blocker. The Royal Engineer is a massive threat. The Sturmpein needs to stop trying to repair it and stand and fight, because one snare and that's a dead Panther. Yes, actually got it. Oh no, he killed the model throwing it. And the Cromwell force fire through the... Oh. Rolls a bounce there. Great distraction. Fires and gets the Panther. Oh, excellent work with the Cromwell.
We've lost an anti-tank gun.
Though he did lose both his AT guns for that, but they don't have any opposition right now. Will salvage one, destroys the other. Unable to resecure his Bekenwiffer, probably should try to force firing, destroying it. We do got another squad of commandos being flown on down. Though, for the UKF player, he has plenty of fuel. A Centaur would be, a good item, seeing he has no armored opposition. Or Cromwell, or Tech Up in order to get save up for a Churchill. Those are, I would say, the three next options for the UKF player. He secured up the Bekenwiffer, so that can hold him over until he gets out another item. The Cromwell, still super wounded. Oh, he lost the Royal Engineers entirely. He doesn't have any repairs. Why did he get the Commandos if he had no Royal Engineers? That's a oversight, I would say. Needs a repair squad. That Cromwell is the only thing that could potentially keep him in the game for right now. He's lost quite a bit in comparison to his opponent. Though his opponent has lost a Panzer IV as well. It's relatively even, I would say. Cromwell and AEC both going down. Panzer IV. But the OKW player had harassed the fuel for a bit longer, so they may be about even now with fuel. The squad of Obsolotson being on the build queue, so it looks like he's going to eye for another Panther. He knows a Cromwell. He probably has a general idea that his opponent will get out another vehicle, but by the time he gets out, say Panzer IV or Jagdpanzer. So either Jagdpanzer or a Panther, I'll say, is definitely his best idea to get. He does have the Royal Engineers out. If he goes for Anvil, he can get some heavy engineers for better repairs, like getting some good damage in. And we do got the Commandos engaging the Storm Pioneers at close range. They still have the Minesweeper out. And he's completely forgotten about them. And that's a dead Storm Pioneer. That's a big game, because that's his only repair squad. Looks like Scavenger already comes on down once again. And the Cromwell could go down. He got a good hit onto it, but I think that main gun crit actually saved the Cromwell, because I think it may be at 1 to 0 health. How though some crits work for some items is there's a crit for death, and there's a crit for main gun destroyed, and crit for what's it called, vehicle abandonment, as well as out of control and other things like that. And so if he got the main gun destroyed rather than the death crit, he probably may have actually saved him. Ooh, the Sheer Panzer Quarters is engaging. He needs to have that one in order to capture that point, which he does have it now. Going to throw into smoke cover, but way too late there. He's going to be running a gauntlet of 2 Obersoldaten, though one's now forced on back. Oh, I like seeing the usage of the mortar cover. He's been a bit wasteful with it. Not any super good engagements, and late engagements as well. Sniper is here. He's going to have to... He doesn't have anything spotting for them. Oh, there's actually a corpse here for spotting. A casualty, I should say. And there goes the glider. Panther tank's now out. Cromwell's still not even fully repaired just yet. He still has a Bekenwiffer on Cromwell that can ward away the Panther, but the Cromwell won't be able to engage us on a 1v1 safe position. Though him going into the base, the crit can be quite good for the sniper. Will we see the crit? He's actually trying to focus fire the Panther, but he's going to need the frontal hull MG in order to get actually chance. Line of sight blocker is preventing the crit shot. Over here, Volksgrenadier is catching up the point. Crit shot still not being used. Now it is. You see the aiming. There we go. Main gun jammed. May get a shot off. Yes, he does get a shot off, but rolls a miss. We do got Scavenger Artillery coming down once again. And also, this squad's almost dead. He needs withdrawal. He's forgot about it. Oh, he got lucky. And it looks like he will manage to escape. The scavenge already is coming down. But it looks like it's a nice large miss. Volksgrenadier suppressed, but not under fire. They will recover. Stone Pioneers out on the build queue, eyeing for the repairs. And we do have quite a bit of manpower and fuel. Looks like it's not going for another Cromwell. Firefly will probably be... Oh, he does have Anvil. Well, Hammer. So, Comet Tanks looks like going to be the option. Just needs a little bit more manpower. Commando's coming in for a very nice ambush, but will be hit by the suppression. I think... Oh, bundle grenade, that will force back the retreat. I thought he was going to try to throw something to Commandos. Didn't see what it was. Either smoke or gammon. Gammon, if he's going for something a bit more lethal, smoke in order to protect himself, but the Obsolescent can easily fight a suppressed Commando, no problem. The OKW player has a bit of fuel right now. Approaching enough for a Panzer IV, potentially. And now we do got the Panther now moving on forward. He's trying to hit the sniper once again with the Panther, which is not exactly a great idea. Building a landmine in front of the opponents is also not a very good idea. Commandos are still stealth, but that will reveal in the light shot. Again, where is with being on the tree. Comet's almost out, and the Commandos do get suppressed once again. Does throw out Gammon, but it rolls a larger miss. Cromwell has received a shot. The Royal Engineers could tap them on the wrench in order to get them away from the 3 shots to death. And we do have a sniper here. Very wounded, however, but it's not a 3-star, it's a veterancy. McKenna for responding, but probably will need to retreat once again. Comet Tank does come on out. Probably will see a snare, but it won't accomplish all too much. We'll crush the Panzerfaustler.
We're ready for the arm. Ready to go. We're ready for orders. Crew, get ready. Ever smelled the inside of one of those? Standing by. Send orders.
Drone Pioneers tapping the wrenches against the Panther. Get it repaired in no time. Not Storm Pioneers. Royal Engineers will take a bit more time, however. While the health may look like it, he does not have a 5-man squad. We can just look at this squad. Full health, 4 men. Light smoke does come on in. He doesn't exactly need to throw out the smoke right now. Commandos were spotted and does throw out another Gammon bomb. Oh no, that's a smoke bomb. Does throw out a bundle grenade, but does do a nice dodge. Sniper coming on in will get a hit on top of the Panther. Commandos need to withdraw. They're in prone. That's a lot of fire coming down on them. And still no response. We don't see any more mines over here. And it looks like the Volksgrenadiers are now fully reinforced. Kennefer will set on up and does not get a shot off. The British player is very low on command points. Decapturing that point is actually quite crucial, gives them a double cap. Another squad of Commandos coming on out. Personally, I probably would have gone for another Cromwell, just to support your tanks. He needs some more anti-infantry to help push away these units. A Centaur would actually probably be pretty good. Commando, not so much. Does throw out smoke there, but the Cromwell is super wounded now. The Cromwell is forced to withdraw. Commandos do come on out, and a very, very good flanking landing spot. But they're sort of getting body blocked by their own glider right there. MG34 does get decrewed. Suppression comes down from the Shirapan's headquarters. One of his models just in the radius. And this port being secured up by the infantry section. Another Panther out in the field. Ooh, he's really going to eye to kill off the British tanks. He doesn't exactly need to push away infantry. He's been doing a good job. The Obsolats to more than cover any sort of infantry. But these howitzers are going to bring in some pretty good damage. Volksgrenadier is super wounded, and the Panther sustained a free hit. And more free hits coming in from the Vickenwerfer. Commandos coming in. We'll get a nice ambush there. There are two sources of efficiency. Vickenwerfer is hitting the Cromwell, however, and this Vickenwerfer will withdraw in time. We may see a gamma bomb here, but maybe not. And looks like the Vickenwerfer here will force to withdraw. He could potentially secure up that, what's it called, MG34. Great gamma bomb there. Oh, I thought I was going to get this guy as well. And the Shirapan's headquarters is going to force back the Commandos once again. That's actually quite... The OKW play lost quite a bit there. Is going to rebuild his Volksgrenadier, eyeing for Faust. Haven't seen weapon racks for the British player as well, so he doesn't have to worry about not picking up slot items. So the MG... Not the MG, the STGs is pretty much a no-brainer. Unless he wants some more scavenge artillery, but he has nearly 300 manpower with 300 munitions. His MG34 is quite important. Perhaps he should set it up over here. That seems a little bit... Oh, he's trying to hit his entire flank over here, which is a good idea. Alright, they're not fully repaired, but I think repaired enough. Sniper will pitch and get in damage, but rolls a bounce.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
We do have more scavenge artillery coming on in. He will withdraw. Though a little bit slow. The first couple rounds could do some damage. I think the Royal Engineers may need... Oh, that's a dead sniper. The first round obliterated that sniper. Landed right on top of his head. Volksgrenadier is actually forced back once again. Panther moving on forward, supported by Obsolotson, but there's an MG34 here. Though Obsolotson's long-range damage can rip apart the MG34 quite reasonably, though it is in light cover, and one of the models is actually in front, allowing him to take the damage first before the gunner. And mortar cover is actually coming on in. I say that's actually a good time for mortar cover, though he's warding away his own units with the white phosphorus. And the commandos can't be losing health like that. This commando's super wounded. He actually may lose. He will lose that squad at this rate. Yes, he did.
Enemy got one of our squads.
Bad retreat path. This other commando should withdraw now, because these Obsas just need to turn around and disintegrate them. They're both at Vet 2. They get all their accuracy buffs of veterancy right now. Two great hits on the Cromwell. That's forced to withdraw. The Vickenwerfer hasn't fired just yet. It's just out of range. Cromwell, that's going to be a dead Cromwell.
The enemy have knocked out a Cromwell tank.
At this point, either another Comet or Firefly would be the best items for the UKF player. He could potentially throw a frag. He does throw a frag, though does roll a miss. And the Panthers get some good penetrating hits there. Panthers are going to eye rushing down the Comet tank. They smell the blood. This point is not being captured, so this MG34 could set on up in order to make sure it gets secured. The Vickenwerfer is here, does immediately withdraw. We do also have a first squad of Jaeger Light Infantry out in the field. Has not yet upgraded with the G43. Note this MG34 has not been deployed, which can be both a good and a bad thing. Good if it's being flanked, bad if it's not being flanked. I'd say if being flanked, I mean come from this direction. And getting surrounded from all sides. That's a dead MG34. The commander's going to try to go in stealth. If they can just hold, I would say not engage, just hold at the edge. And just keep him from being captured as long as he can. Just stall, not exactly deal damage. Does throw a gamma bomb there. And upon the retreat path, does get a couple models there. But he does not retreat into it, which is very good. Save the squad. The Panthers. This one could use a bit more health. I think it's still 160 health down. Takes not full health, but it's good enough. And there's plenty of fuel and manpower right now for the UKF player. Enough to get another comment. Extra section eyeing for another advancement here, but the sheer panzer quarters is here. It does throw out some mortar. Actually, no. That is smoke raid operations. Very, very nice. Wait. Wouldn't that cause them to stop not fire? Because I could have sworn that was going to actually be actual smoke, but that just dropped on the units and provide the light cover smoke. He is trying to body block them. And the MGs are slowly whittling away the squad. Does decapture, and that's all he can ask for right now. And does withdraw in time. Comet now receiving fire. Duke got... Wow. That's smoke raid operation. What's the radius? Does it just naturally throw light cover smoke across all allies? Plus actual camouflages as well. I think that's a camouflage smoke. I really don't know a whole lot about this ability. Smoke barrage at target location. Infantry, while infantry are masked by smoke that allows them to hide in cover, so it's not a blinding or line of sight blocker smoke. It's actually a camouflage smoke. Interesting. And plus allows them to decapture points quickly, which as we saw there. Does it capture or decapture quickly? There's actually a bit. There is a key difference. Neutralize quickly. We got some more scavenge already coming down. There is a Firefly. He doesn't really have munitions for tulips, so but he should still at least get the commander. That increases the accuracy, if I remember correctly. Yep, he did. Actually, still doesn't get it. He spent his munitions on that gammon bomb. Ooh, he lost his flare pyrotechnic infantry section. He's also getting a Centaur. The Centaur is a good anti-infantry option to support his anti-armor vehicles and infantry. Has to be very careful how much damage he takes with the Comet. That is the primary damage soak for when fighting against the dual Panthers.
Supply line's been cut.
Good wounding action right there. UKF player is just pretty low on manpower. He's having trouble reinforcing his squads now. Obsadotson ripping apart that Vickers. Actually outright wipes it.
Heavy machine gun crew killed.
He should actually focus on the... Oh, nice mine. Didn't see that. Panther's coming to respawn. The Comet tank has not been fully repaired. The Firefly needs to make sure he stays at max range. We'll get a nice penetrating hit there. And there's a line of sight blocker here preventing the Firefly from firing. At least against that one. Ooh, two good hits by the Panthers. Where's the Centaur? The Centaur is back at home. And the Comet tank may, in fact, go down. He uses emergency war speeds, rolls a miss right there. We could see some blitzes to engage it. Good hit there. Fires off a white phosphorus round upon retreat. And Mechanic does get a nice shot right there.
Firefly ready to hunt armor.
That white phosphorus really pecking away against those Jaeger light infantry, just a sneeze away from death.
We've got 50 points left.
Does manage to close stealth its way up forward. Almost gets a wipe on the Obusadotsun. Does get suppressed. Still, nope, he's not going to get it. And does decapture it. Great hit by the lag. Does pick off another model. And we do also have another round of artillery coming on in. He will capture the VP in time. Is going to throw a gamma bomb upon retreat, try and keep that squadron suppressed. Will actually wipe it. Oh, but he lost his commandos in return. And this point is going to be captured. Though the Centaur here will provide some good damage upon that Mechanowurfer. This Panther looks like it's going to respond to the Centaur. Does decrew the Mechanowurfer entirely. The point is neutralized, but this point's also neutralized, so the points tickets are still counting down for the UKF player. The OKW player just needs to hold out a little bit longer. Less than 25 points remain.
Army commandos ready to go.
Firefly rolls a miss. Another squad of commandos being called on in, and we do have the Comet needs to not go in. Centaur can withstand one more shot, and there goes another MG. A lot of support weapons just dogpiling on, trying to capture this point, using his one infantry section. Not even a section now, literally a one-man squad that will just... He needs to retreat. There's no way he can capture it with that Obsolats in the area. And sort of throw away that squad. Commandos does manage to capture that point. Great hits on top of the Panther. The bottom VP is decaptured still, and actually has a chance of being outright captured, reinforcing the glider as well. Very, very nice. Enough explosions here for light cover for the Commandos of Haydn. No medics left for the UKF player. He does have enough manpower to build another medic squad, but he needs another Royal Engineer for repairs, honestly. Great hits, multiple great hits right there. And do have another set of Scavenger artillery coming in. He has to save this Vet 3 Mechanical. That is a very potent squad. He decides to withdraw his vehicles as well. He is researching another Royal Engineer now. He needs those repairs. Light infantry goes ahead and pick up the MG34. Good idea. Good suppression platform. And just need to do a minor reposition in order to get to a good position. Glider does in fact go down. There's a lot here. The commandos could try holding the area, but they don't have access to a smoke, so they can't get too close to the general area. These two Obusadotsun, only one is needed. He activates the assault, which of course increases speed. Will we see a bundle grenade? Or a gamma bomb, I should say. But that commando squad is now forced to withdraw and then prone to getting wiped. It does go down. Obusadotsun show no mercy when they're at 2 stars of veterancy. The tickets are counting down for the UKF player. He only has Royal Engineers for capture and repair. Nothing to engage the Obusadotsun directly. The Centaur will be his best item for that. He does have enough ammunitions for a smoke raid. That's probably his best option at the moment. He does also have his Mechanical now fully reinforced, sending the Comet tank in early, but way ahead of the Firefly and Mechanical. Big miss rally, I would say. He's going to try to repair it as best he can in the middle of combat. Do we see a smoke raid? We need to see a smoke raid. He needs a suppression to be removed from the Royal Engineers. Multiple good hits and stops the capture, and that most likely will mean game. He loses the Royal Engineer. I think that's game. Centaur still barely alive. AT units are gauging the Panthers, but they're just outgunned. Lack of supporting infantry as well. The combat tank is trying to go in. Loses all of his Royal Engineers. That's pretty much it. And now just going out for a splay in a blaze of glory. Right before the actual explosion itself. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.